Today I made the decision to spend some downtime on Instagram, something that I haven't done in quite some time. And I came across a video that did have the topic of manifestation. And the person in the video said that when you're focusing on what you want, it's hard to manifest what you desire because you can't manifest and want at the same time. And you can take that however you like. And I simply chose to take the message from that. What do I have now that I want to focus on? What are the things that I have wanted and have now? That's a pretty great strategy to, well, think of the things you're grateful for and really be aware of what you have. And so I took a moment to write down some of the things I have. Here. What do I have now that I used to want? 2 slides. I'm pretty sure I'm going to add more to it. But here's what I have. I have control over my social media consumption. This is a big win for me. I used to, well, scroll Instagram whenever I ate. That was a habit of mine. I scrolled Instagram whenever I was bored, had a moment, or I sought to make moments to be on Instagram. And I spent a fair deal of time there simply because I enjoy it. I really do like seeing a lot of the different content that people put up. I used it to learn and for inspiration, which are actually pretty good reasons to use it. I just realized I was on it far too often and working less often on my actual goals. So I'm very proud to say that I have dramatically decreased the amount of time I've been spending on social media. Awesome. Great job. Next, I know in which direction I want my life to go. I have goals now. Do you know, I spent most of my life just be like, I'll take it as it comes, whatever. I mean, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I've never been one of those kids that knew from the age of 6 or whatever, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a veterinarian, I want to be the guy that cleans out your plumbing. I just knew I wanted to do a little bit of everything. And I kind of wanted to be on the main stage, which was seriously stunted by my extreme social anxiety growing up. So not yet, but soon. And well, I have a new mattress to help improve my sleep. So sleep is one of those things that I have been struggling with for quite some time. And I read up on good sleep hygiene, and among them are a good mattress. So I went and invested some money in a good mattress. And I have to say I'm pretty what do I say, convinced that the mattress I have is darn good. It's different than what I used to have, and so yeah, I'm happy to be sleeping on it. Anyways, next, I have a tailored to me skincare. So that's another thing that I've been wanting to do. I have been waiting for months for an esthetician appointment. Had it, have some new products, and I've been trying them out. Still in the early stages, but I get to have something that I, well, believe in and look forward to seeing what the results are. So keep you updated. And I have a better understanding of the right nutrition for me. So this is another thing that I've been, well, focusing on recently. Well, it started with meal planning, or the desire to, and then it started to wanting to figure out what I even want to be eating, what's good for me, and so on. Had to bite the hard pill of reducing sugar, reducing milk. Oh my gosh, I am someone who loves milk. Just do. And well, it's not great for skin, so gotta cut that shit. Gotta cut that out. But luckily I do have a pretty good alternative. There's a plant-based milk brand here that has an almond milk. However, it's a roasted almond milk and advertised as creamy. And you know, they did a pretty good job. I mean, it's not milk. It doesn't taste like milk, but it has the same consistency of it. So at least one of those wants is covered by it. So the rest is just getting used to it. So sweet. Next, I have work that I find meaningful and that improves my happiness. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is a really, really important one to me. Well, since moving to Germany, I have done several jobs. Basically just to earn money and to figure out what I want to be doing. Like I said with the whole, what do I want to be when I'm a kid? I don't know, a little bit of everything. So I've tried quite a few things. And the job that I'm doing now brings me a lot of joy. Well, while I was in my last job as a cashier in a shoot, no idea how to say it. Anyways, I was a cashier. And I made the wish. I'm like, you know what? So I'm doing a good job here, yes, but I don't really see much of a future here. What I want to be doing is I want to teach people something. I want to teach people something that I'm passionate about, and I want to move. I love being physically active. I love it. I love it. I love moving. I am absolutely grateful that I have such a healthy, strong, and able body that I'm able to do so much. And you know, I've had like quite the journey what fitness and all that has to do. And so I'm grateful that I've returned to the love of movement. Really, it's helped me immensely, especially with mental health, especially with, well, basically every aspect of my life, because whether you've experienced it yourself or not, it truly does have an incredible impact on basically all areas of your life. It just branches into the other areas and makes everything a little bit easier to handle. And so I combined those things, got lucky, and came across a job of rehabilitation trainer. Did the schooling for that, rocked it. And since then I have been working with over the time, tons of different people, teaching them incredibly important stuff, getting them moving and getting them in a social setting where they get to see each other. These groups get to see each other on a weekly basis. And I have heard such wonderful feedback, and it just lights me up. And no matter what kind of a mood I go to work with, I'm always better when I'm finished. Even in a really, really tough time, last summer I had a really hard breaking of a relationship that was with a person that was very dear to me. I simply had to break contact with them, and it hit me hard, and I did spend several mornings crying, and then shortly after I had to be at work. But you know what? I got there, I put on my smile, and you know what? I got smiles back. I got into the motion. I was in my flow, and I gotta say, I was just beaming afterwards. And that on multiple occasions, because you know, heartbreak, whatever kind of loss it is, it takes time. And it's really, really nice to be able to return to a setting where you know, well, I was doing shit just a few minutes ago, but let's see where this goes. And just every single time I say it, movement, being around people, and just being in your authentic flow, that's where the magic is. And I found it. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to, have it in my life to an extent, continue over for the next several years, because it's very important to me. But I want to grow. I want to see where I can go with this, where I can go with all the other talents that I have to share. Okay, so next is, okay, so I have hobbies that get me moving, social, and stronger. So I have hobbies that get me moving, social, and stronger. So I am doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That is really, really tough and really, really fun. So I love it. I love being around the guys. I love really just wrestling with them and getting strong, and just, I gotta say, I get such a rush of energy. I feel so freaking badass, especially on the walk home. Oh yeah, that is just with the right music, the sun going down. I gotta say, it's my movie setting. And it's so cool because I'm so freaking strong. And not only that, I get to hear it. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. But it's fun, and it gets me moving, and it's challenging. in just the right way. I say I'm wiped on the mat. Really, it's hard. But you see me lighting up. I spend basically the hour and a half like this. It's amazing. It's really great. I highly recommend it. And a new hobby of mine, something that I've been wanting to do for ages. So I am a passionate dancer. Haven't danced for ages. It's, well, let's just say Corona times, my living room was my discotheque. So I rocked hard. And then after that, it was more like I want to do it, but I want to learn choreography because my way of dancing is from the soul, really. It's just nice. It's just moving and having fun and just dancing around the kitchen, just going all out. But when I say I love to dance and someone asks, well, what do you dance? I'm like, well, what do I dance? I dance from wild. I dance wild through the air. I just do what I feel like doing. Just go for it. But I also really want to do choreography. I want to like be competent. I want to be a competent dancer. And so something that I have seen on Instagram quite often during those times that I was on is heels dance. And you know, it's sexy. It's hot. It's coordinated. And you know what? Since I started, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of like strength training, and it's cool. It's really cool. It's really cool. And the girls that I met there, they're really nice, and I'm excited to get to know them better. It's still very early on in my dance career, but I'm excited and it makes me happy. And the reason why I took so long to start is because there was no heels dance in my immediate area. I have to drive, well, relatively far to get to the closest class. And well, the very first time I was there, I'm like, I'm in the right place. I'm in the right place. And so I decided, you know what, that feeling and me acting on this wish of mine is totally worth it. It's totally worth it. It's worth the time. It's worth the time to travel. It's worth the time to find a parking spot. It's worth the parking fees. It's worth the monthly fees. It's whatever. It's worth it because this is such an amazing experience that I get to do for me. And you know what I get out of it? Strong, sexy, hot moves. That's it. That's right. And freedom in heels. You know, I love heels. I think heels are awesome. But I kind of want to wear them more in social settings. And heels are kind of those things that you just got to practice in order to like look and feel good in. And well, my apartment's like a nice place to strut, but it's not the same, and it'd be cool to rock some moves in them, so heels is the way to go for me. Next, I record my days regularly. So one of my goals for ages was to journal, because I have the desire to basically have lasting memories that I can explore and treasure. And the best way to do that is to record my days, to record what's up and what's going on. And I just couldn't figure it out. I have excuse the language, a shit ton of papers just like flying around my desk and no organization at all yet. And then I was just snooping around the app store and found an app that really works for me. I love it. I truly do. And the cool thing is, whenever you do put an entry in, I get like an affirmation or an inspirational quote. And it's cool. Some of them just are like perfectly timed. So I just screenshot them. I'm pretty sure I have like hundreds now because I mean, it keeps me consistent and I get to like see something new that inspires me. Some things like are like, could be cool for later. And some things are like spot on. I'm like, just, whoa, what is this? Who's watching? Who's hearing this? But it's cool. And so, back page. I travel more frequently. Oh, yes. So, for the longest time, I had always been wanting to travel. I love traveling. I truly do. I think it's awesome. I want to see more of the world. I really do. And I'm going to, yes. I've already taken amazing steps towards that. I've traveled quite a bit this last year. And it's because I decided not to wait anymore. For the longest time, I had always waited, well, what if I want some friends to come with me? How are we going to make this work out? coordination, taking time off, saving money, and so on. And what came of it was just no travel. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go out on my own. And I do it. I book the trips, I book the rental cars, I book the places, and then I just travel on my own. And you know what? It's pretty darn freeing. It's so cool. I get to like drum my own drum. That means I wake up whenever I want, I go wherever I want, I eat whatever I want, and I don't have to like, well, collaborate. I mean, it's I did this year. No, it's 2025. Last year, I went on my very first friend's vacation. I had a friend come with me, and it worked out, and that was fun. I did quite a bit of learning on what it's like to be with another person close quarters, and it's an experience. But it was good to have, and we both learned a lot about ourselves and about each other. So that's pretty. It's a plus. It's a really nice plus, and we want to do it again. So everything turned out great, and well, I also realized I really like traveling alone. I mean, I'm open to traveling with other people, absolutely, but I'm not gonna let myself be held back by anything anymore. Shoot, I'm gonna travel the world. It's awesome. I'm excited, and I have a lot more to see. So, next, I have good friends. Oh my gosh, you know, for the longest time, the majority of my life, I wanted friends. I desired friends. I wished for friends. I wished for good friends. I wished for people that loved me as I am. And I love them. I truly do. And, well, my friends, they're kind of really far away from me, like hours away. And we don't have much contact. But when we do, and when we do get together, it's so nice. It truly is. And so I don't need to have contact with others every single day. For me, it's more the quality of the time spent together. And that's something that I have. And I truly, the words, I value that. I do. I cherish it. There we are. I cherish it. I cherish my friends, and I cherish that I have friends now. It's cool. And the fun thing is, in the new settings that I'm getting myself into, i.e. hobbies, I'm going to be making more friends. I'm pretty darn sure of it. I mean, I'm going to make sure of it. Because I love people. I truly do. And I'm excited to get to know more people. Because everyone's different. And isn't that exciting? To figure out, who are you? You are not me. I know everything about me, but I know nothing about you. Let's get to know each other. So that's exciting. Just cheat. I see my family more. Well, I want to see my sister more often. She lives across the world, and, well, that's another goal I'm working towards. But I get to see my aunt more. That's something that I have been wanting to do for a long time. She doesn't live too far away, but it's kind of hard when I'm the only one who does the traveling. So, but then just like the heels dance class, I realized the time spent together is worth it. It truly is. So get your ass in the car and go somewhere. See family, see friends, do it. And make time for it. And that's something that I'm working on more and more. And I read books. Oh, so I've been one of those people that has, I want to read more books on my to-do list for ages. Because I figured it started with one good book, and then it started with another good book, and then I realized, hey, you know what? So I like the knowledge that I've received from books. I think it's really cool that I get to absorb another person's views and points and knowledge and their tips and tricks and whatever kind of book I'm reading. It just takes time and consistency, kind of. And that's something I'm working on, but I do have books now. And I do have some more things on this list, but I'm going to cap it at that. So thank you so much for listening. I had a lot of fun making this video. Truly, I had no idea it'd be this long, but you know, I love it. So I hope you enjoyed. I sure did. And if all else, this becomes one of those lasting memories that I get to explore and treasure someday. So I love you.